actually will keep the time and date correct at all times. Okay? Save.
After.
Hey, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, got that. Next. Next, guys. We okay now? We can pack up and leave.
Extensions, if you want to change them.
Okay, if you want to change the extension numbers, 724.
7.
Number
You want to cover the 7030 with the 201 and
Sorry?
7030.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, if this was a 7030, your default 201 and 202 will be the two analog extensions on board. And we always prefer to have the switchboard as the lowest extension number. So we will change that in the case of a 7030. I tend to like to take the onboards to 209 and 210, which is the last two extensions on the system. I numbered the DLI card 201 to 204. Second card 205 to 208, and 209 and 210 is the onboard analogs. But in this case, we have got a 7070, so it automatically puts the first, the first port on the DLI as 201 to 204. Your analogs then run from 205 to 212. So if we page down, we'll be able to see that. Okay, you see it? Those are the ITPs. Okay. Let's see this arise. Let's see this arise. Go up again. Here's it right here on the top. 201 to 204 is your digital extension. Okay? And as you saw there at the bottom, slot 5 is your analogs, which goes up to 212. And your loop trunks, here it is, 701 to 704. So those are your onboard extensions or onboard ports, all numbered for you. If you don't need to change it, we don't need to change anything here. If we do need to change it, we actually now, let's take extension 201 for instance. Let's change that to 301. Okay, now remember something on this system. Okay, say that. It's accepted.
Yeah.
No issues. Okay, there is a problem. So it tells you now, port 96 is got the same number. Here's 96 here. So it's your onboard SVMI. That's on the same range. If we say accept there by pushing the change button, it's going to change that port. It's going to take that 301 away. So if you want to use the SVMI card, we're going to have to come back and renumber that extension. Okay? So watch when you change that. Sometimes you can actually screw up quite a lot by punching in the wrong code. Okay? Like for instance, if you had to make that a 7 extension number.
Single digits.
Yeah, single digits, forget about it. You probably will only be able to dial extensions and nothing else on your PABX. Because it's going to take all the codes away. Okay? For instance, if we had to make that an extension 7, let's make it 70. It's going to take all of your trunks over. You won't have any trunks on the system. Because they're all going to be blank from here. 701, 704 will become blank.
But technically, you can allocate another.
You can technically allocate another extension, another number to the trunks, but I'm just giving it as a warning. Yeah. Okay, so we've changed that to 301. We did it as an example. We're just going to change it back now to 201, and we're going to put our 301 back at the SVM. Any other questions in 724?
What is your suggestion if you have three branches in terms of how you dictate what your extension range should be for three branches?
If I go to multiple branches, I prefer to go for a 4-digit extension plan.
Yeah, then you use 2-1, 2-2, 2-3.
Well, depending on the size of the branches, if it's smaller, small branches, I'll use my 2,000,
Yeah.
but like 2,000 for head office,
Yeah.
2,100 for branch 1, 2,200 for branch 2, and so on and so
We
on.
can allocate a 4-digit extension to cemetery.
Yeah, let's make 201, 2205, or whatever you want to make it, 4-digit.
It just keeps it clean when you are doing multiple branches.
Any errors?
Accepted. No
So-
errors.
No problems there. But in most of your systems, your 2 and your 3-digit range is generally allocated to extensions. Okay, your IPs and your virtuals, as you can see, it carries on from where your extension numbers are.
If you use 3, then you can read SVMI.
Yeah, but we could have renumbered the SVMI to something else. You can even bring the SVMIs into your extension range from the back. 299, 298, 297, 296. Okay. On your bigger systems, guys, watch 724. We've had it where you send a tech out and he decides he wants to be clever. Instead of going to the MDF and changing the extension around, I'm going to do it quickly in the programming. And screws up the client totally. If you did not have a backup, you would have been sitting there for a couple of days trying to renumber those extensions.
But that's what it takes to.
It's a simple way out, but if you do it wrong, you're gonna screw yourself over. Okay. So when that warning comes up, do not just go okay. Double check what he is actually gonna change on that system.
Take care, yeah, fix that up and you mess up.
Okay. You must have gotten a couple of calls about that, Nick? Where guys do that? Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to know in the 724? Is there anything else we should be changing in 724? You saying yes?
The naming on features.
The?
The naming on the features.
The naming. What do you mean naming?
You can see to see one there is.
If you want to change features, like if you want to use a hash to answer a call from an extension.
Okay, yes. Okay, let's go to features. Go down to M. Micro pickup. Okay. Micro. Can you see it set on 43? No, there's nothing in there, sorry. Usually it's 28 in there, I don't know why it's blank.
No, it's blank.
Is it blank or the
It's
name?
blank.
Okay. That is your pickup groups. Most people tend to want to have a single digit pickup group there. You can put whatever you want in there as long as it doesn't conflict with anything else. I tend to use hash. I don't know if anybody else does the same, but I use hash. Okay. Star. Someone says star. Okay, I tend to use star for my pin codes.
Yeah, we swapped it out.
You always have your pin codes and star.
Yeah, I want to be different from you, so I swapped it out.
Okay. But I think most people actually go this with star for your pin codes and hash for your I've got a client that uses 0 for his pin codes
Yeah.
and wants to pick up a line.
Also, LCR, you said 724?
Yeah, you said LCR at 724 as well. And that's what's actually using the hash at the moment. Go to 257, port 257. Well, in this case, I know it's in the L, so go up.
Was it just now? Go down.
There it is. LCR. So that's what's currently using the hash. Is it gonna make a big impact if we change that, guys? Anyone disagree? No. So go for it, change it to,
Zero.
Change the Oscar to zero.
yeah, not yet, but let's go through and explain to them why we're doing it when we get there. Okay, so change the mind group, pick up the hash.
I just need to find it.
My group, once you pick up trunks and extension.
Whatever is lean with anything that's put into your pickup group.
It's not specific, unless you use 6, 5 or.
6.5 is your direct default pickup,
Yeah.
which means you have to push 6.5 and the extension number that's lean.
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to pick up a direct call.
So can we give a prefix to the 6, 5?
You can change it to whatever you want.
When we do that.
Yeah, in 724 as well. So if you go to D, go up to D, see, directed pickup
So I can change that to the hash and tell them to follow that with the.
with the extension number.
The hash follows.
That'll work as well. As I said, it's flexible, very flexible. You can customize the PBX in any way that you want. But remember, I try to keep the PBX as close to default as possible. If you ever have an issue, it's much easier to bring up the PBX, especially if you don't have a database. The more changes you make, the more difficult it is to bring the client to where he was. Okay. Anything else we should be looking at here? For now, no. That should be fine. So, should my client be up and running now?
Yes.
Why not? Okay, pick up groups client might want. Is there anything specific we need to do to get the client working now?
Yeah, you need to go to zero for a line.
Okay, let's go see if 0 is for the line. Back to futures on the top.
Trunk groups.
Yeah. Okay, we sorted there. Okay. So if trunk group is on 0, I'm assuming our operator is on 9. But let's verify.
Check it. Just stop me where I have to
Okay,
stop.
go. Right? Operator is on 9. Perfect. That's South African standard. Rest of the world, other way around. We were different. The rest of the world, 9 is an outside line and 0 is generally the operator. Okay, we like being different. Okay. So now if we've got an analog trunk connected to that system, it should actually be working. We should be able to make an outgoing call, dial into the number, it should ring to the switchboard. Or do we need to verify that? Let's verify that. Okay. Now let's go up on this side. You're going to go to 406. No? Yeah, there.
That one.
Yeah, double click. And here. Okay, try green. Okay, so everything is bringing to 500. Are we happy with that? Hmm? You happy with it? Okay. Should we check anything else just to be sure?
603? Your line's not-
603. Let's make sure that our operator is definitely in that group. Ah, sorry, 601. 603 is trucks.
603, yeah.
Okay, 601 station groups. 500 is our default group. 201 is in there, which we are aware of it being the extension that we want in that group. Anything else? Should work now. Okay, if we had an analog extension or a trunk one, we could have tried that, but we don't. But yes, it will work.
This station won't work. Because we change our number, extension 201 to 2205.
No, I changed it back.
If it was that,
It would have changed.
it would have automatically brought it through here. But we changed it back to 201. We didn't want to confuse the dial plans. Okay. That number would not be there if it didn't exist on the system. on the officer system, as soon as you remove an extension number, wherever it was on the system, it is gone. Okay, it will not be there. Right, so that's that. Anything else we need to do? No, it's working. Now we have to customize as per client's requirements. This is where you all come in. What do you all want to customize, guys? What's the general things you'll get from clients?
Clients want multiple phones to ring.
Multiple phones to
Yeah,
ring.
just add an extension.
Do they want you to
that
ring
group.
with the
Switchboard.
switchboard or overflow to those extensions after
With
a
the
couple of
switchboard.
seconds? With the switchboard. Okay, give me which extension?
Say 205.
Okay, 205. Add it in there. Okay. Do you all understand what the ring mode is here on top? Can you drop down that menu for me, please? Okay. Do you all understand the difference between those three?
Explain it.
Hmm?
You explain.
Okay. Sequential ring is all of the extensions that's in here. It's going to sequentially ring to those extensions. So the first call will come in, it'll ring. No, the call comes in, it'll ring to 201 first. If it's not answered at 201, it'll then ring at 205.
Oh, it's busy.
And so on and so on and so on. If it's busy, it'll bypass and run to the next one in the group.
Now,
Okay.
on sequential,
Yes.
like we're reading the first one all the time.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It'll ring the first one all the time. If that extension is busy, it'll ring the next one. But it'll always ring the first extension in the group.
And it's not answering it won't answer.
No.
No, it'll carry on ringing it. Okay, sorry. Apologize, you're right. Okay, distribute. First call comes in, it's going to ring at 201. Second call comes in, it's going to ring at 205. Third call comes in, it's going to ring, if there was an extension number, it would ring that one. Until it runs down this list, and where there's nothing, the next call will then go back to the first one. Okay? Unconditional. Whatever's in that group, all going to ring at the same time. The unconditional setting is generally the most common one.
We don't want our operator to be busy, so.
Yeah. Okay. And even if that phone is busy, in unconditional, you'll get a call waiting tone coming through to tell the person there is another call. Okay? Sorry, not your problem. What's your next request?
I'm fine for now.
You're fine for now.
Yes.
You're an easy customer. Anyone else want to be a difficult customer? No one else? That's a you're an easy group here. Yes, please. We did mention it, we said we'll cover that a little bit later. And I'll go through the easy basics first before we get there. Very good. Sorry?
The section is for this in together.
So a client's got a cordless and he wants it to ring, what the operator's got a cordless and wants the cordless phone to ring with the switchboard.
Yeah. So,
I just add the extension in there. It's going to ring together with the switchboard. Or do you want it to be for internal calls as well? Okay. Remember, as long as I phone 500 or 9 internal, it's whoever's in here is going to follow whatever ring mode it's got and run. Okay? But if I phone 201 being the switchboard directly, only 201 is going to ring.
unless you pay.
Unless you pay. So do you want us to pay an extension? Okay. So let's go to pairing and let's pay an extension. Let's pay an analog 206 with the switchboard because the operator has now got a cordless phone with them. Okay, operator has got the cordless phone with them. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, so 740 is what we're looking for. Okay, downward. Okay, 740 is here. Station pair. Okay, we know we want to pay it with the switchboard extension, which we know is 201. Am I correct? So we said the cordless phone is on extension 206. So you're going to go to 201, which is your primary phone. That's the switchboard. And as a secondary phone, you're going to put in extension 206 in there.
Pairing only works on different devices.
Sorry?
Explain why would we want to use pairing in its different type of devices.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you all understand what pairing is? Or do you understand why you want multiple devices to ring? A lot of the factory managers and guys that are moving around a lot require pairing. Simple reason is they've got two phones. They've got a phone on the desk, and when they're walking around, they've got a cordless or a handheld device. And they don't want people to phone their extension in the office, then there's no answer, then try their cordless phone. So you give out one extension number, being your desk phone. You pair your desk phone with your cordless phone. So when somebody phones your desk phone, both phones ring. So if you're in the office, you got the option of answering your desk phone or your cordless phone. Obviously, if you're not in your office, you've got your cordless with you, you're going to answer your cordless phone.
Now, what if I'm on my cordless and I don't want it to beep while I'm on my cordless? Otherwise, the other phone will be
Put an overflow from that extension.
No. On this system, it doesn't give you the option. On the newer systems, it actually tells you you can accept one call or allow multiple calls. Sorry?
It will actually be busy.
Yeah. Sorry.
When you're busy on the one extension and you've got it paired here and you phone the extension,
It gives an engaged tone.
Yeah, but if you have a call waiting, it beeps in your ear.
Yeah.
while you could call waiting switch on, or then you just switch it off.
If you only want to accept one call at a time, then switch your call waiting off.
You cannot pay two primary phones.
Sorry?
You cannot pay two primary phones.
Why would you want to pay two primary phones?
No, I'm saying you can't.
No, you can't.
Like receptionist has two phones, you cannot pay them. They're both digital phones, for example.
You can forward it to the group and
Yeah, you put them in a group and you forward everything to a group then.
No, I'm just saying. You can, whatever's on the primary side, you cannot add on the secondary side.
No, remember something. Go down.
Yeah, you can't.
See,
It's going-
whatever you've got as a primary
You cannot,
is the only things you can pay.
yes,
If there's an extension that's not on your primary list,
then you can.
you can't do pairing on it.
Yeah, you can't, yeah.
That's basically what I wanted to show you. So, for instance, over there, you notice none of the analogs are there.
Yeah, it won't be there.
You can't pair an analog with another device. IPs you can. There's a lot of IPs in there. All of these funny numbers you see here, 260s and 270s, are all IP extensions.
It's virtual.
They're virtuals, yeah.
just go to H42 quickly.
842. Sup? Information should be fine. There's no data there because in 859, no, 859 as well.
Not port setup,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay, go to 859. Oh, sorry, 857. A little bit further down. You're going to have to page it down. Okay. Yeah. See, none of them are set up for SIP. Change the last wired ITP to here. Okay, save it. Okay, go back up to. No, did you not save that one? Okay, go back up here, 842. There's your SIP phones in there.
See that call forward unreachable.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't allow you to call forward to a group.
Doesn't it? Okay, drop down that disabled one, yeah, that one there, call forward. Let's enable it. Let's put a group number in there, group 500. Okay, save it, let's see if it accepts it. Go yes? It's on the other screen. Invalid device. So it doesn't allow you to forward to a group.
Forwards to an extension.
So can we put a virtual in there and forward the virtual to a group?
Doesn't try, doesn't work.
Doesn't do it, stop.
Something that they need to address.
Hmm.
But a time where the car dealership, they just take their phone and drive. So it's out of range.
Yeah.
It needs to go back to the switchboard. And if you try that setting, it doesn't work. You know, it goes to the phone and the switchboard is busy on the phone, it's busy.
Hmm.
But, yeah. Okay, man.
So they've got a deck system there.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not forward to the auto tender.
Can't go to
So as soon as you try to transfer, it's going to say unavailable or something like that. Oh, hold on. Is the deck system accepting the call but not just putting it through to the phone? So the deck system is accepting. Have you tried...
because the guy just drove off his phone and then the system doesn't realize that the phone's not there.
So it is actually ringing.
And then it's like, yeah, it first rings and then it's like unacceptable. And then the call actually drops.
Okay, so it doesn't actually try.
return to the switchboard.
So have you tried 320 doing a forward no answer?
That's what I eventually did.
And is it working on 320? So it's going to be a bit of a time before it comes back, but it's better than losing the call.
Yes, I might time shorter.
Hmm.
But this works so much.
So it's better than dropping the call. Okay, it's not ideal, but it's a fix, temporary fix until they can get this sorted out. Okay. Okay, did you all understand that conversation? Okay. This is what I'm talking about. We can look at problems that you all are having and look for solutions to it. So if you all are having problems at a couple of your sites that you want to discuss, there's the time. Okay, Colin, not you. Okay, right, so we've set up the switchboard now. The switchboard group is done. We can make calls, we can receive calls. We were now looking at possible changes. Any other changes that you guys got?
Set up a PIN code on some phones.
Okay, let's go for extension 207 and 208. We want PIN codes on them. Okay, anyone know how to set up PIN codes? You're leaving the guy there to stand alone. Somebody else can help him out.
When you finish with a programming group or programming, what you need to do is when you finish save, instead of clicking on save, you click on close, the right hand one there. Because what you eventually will get is you'll get all these tabs open and it will tell you no more
Yeah.
space.
I was actually waiting for him to carry on until it actually did it, to say, right, this is the reason why it's doing that. Okay, nobody wants to help you, sorry about it. Okay, so programming codes for authorization codes, anyone? Sorry? 707. Yep, up, sorry. Carry on. Right, there. There. Okay. Authorization codes. Does everyone understand what authorization codes are used for?
Punch in a code before going out.
Okay? And can we restrict that in any way, or is it just open to whatever they want to dial there? Okay. And how do we restrict it?
We'll generally use it also in a place where a client's got several people using the same phone.
Mm-hmm.
So when the bill comes or the management report comes, it says, no, it wasn't me.
Yep.
Then authorization codes or PIN codes actually works very well in that situation.
Did you all understand that? Everyone understand that? If you've got multiple users on a phone, how do you distinguish who's making what call? So you activate PIN codes on that extension. Of the 4 users to that phone, you give each one of them a unique PIN code. So different PIN codes. You don't take PIN codes and tell all of them the same number. Not worth it, and same as just allowing them to dial out. So when they make a call, they have to punch their PIN code in. When they punch their PIN code in, when it sends out the information to the TMS, it sends it out with the PIN code. So at the end of the month, when you run a report for that extension, you have to actually run it under PIN codes, and you can then see the 4 different PIN codes who made what call. That's the one use for PIN codes. The other use for PIN codes is, some people call it a walking class of service, because everybody in this office is always moving around and walking around. You don't know who's picking up which phone and making a call. So you set all the phones on PIN codes, and everyone has to punch their PIN code in before making a call. So then it identifies who made a call from that extension. And then some companies just say, that's a factory extension, I don't want them to use it, so put this PIN on, and if one of the managers are there and they need to make a call, they can use that phone.
And also tends to restrict the call volume.
From,
If the client's got a very high bill, once you activate stuff like PIN code and stuff,
yeah.
tend to just come down. But you need a management system.
Okay, international call barring, which is actually something we should have covered before getting to PIN codes. Yeah, it ties into it. Now you see here in the right line, authorization class of service. You can create a class of service for all codes. So let's actually take care of that first. So let's go to 301. But before, okay, 301 is where we put it in. Let's go to 701. Sorry. Down. Up. Up more. Right, whoa. There. And a double click again. Okay. Who does not understand this table? It's a big table, looks complicated. Who doesn't understand it?
Plenty of yeses.
So everyone understands it. So I can pick anyone out of the crowd to come and explain it then. Okay. Do you want me to explain it? Then say, no, I don't understand it, so I can explain it. Don't let me drag it out of y'all. Okay. These are features on the system. All of them going down. The top level, where it says toll level, is the class of services that you got. Now you'll notice all of them are exactly the same at this point in time. So if I change anyone's class of service, it's not going to matter at this point in time, because everybody is on a toll level A and everything is yes. General practice, we just change class of service 1, we leave it on A. 2, we make B. 3, we make C. D, E. No, let's just do the whole lot. It's only 8. Okay. Right. Now, we've created 8 different classes of service. I don't know how people usually set it up, but this is the way I set it up. I leave class of service 1 as your highest level and totally open. So there's no restrictions on that class. He can phone where he wants, when he wants, how he wants. Generally, directors, the bosses, the owners, we leave him there. Okay, it's his company, it's his money. Let him phone where he wants. I use class of service 8, which is H, as fully closed. That guy can only make internal calls. So he can phone wherever he wants within the organization, which means he does not cost me any money. Internal calls are not chargeable. Okay? And then between B and G, I set up for everything else, depending on what the client wants. Generally, my B will be just no international, right? My C will be local calls only. You can vary it whichever way you want. Okay. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to leave A as open, we're going to leave B as no international calls, and we're going to put H as internal calls only. Let's create one more, and I'm going to make that C. No cell calls, because that's the common one. Okay. So how do we do that, guys? 702. Is that the radio station or code? Okay, cool. 702. Okay. Toll deny table. There's a lot of guys that will sit and tell you we use 702 and 703. Just open up 703 for me, please. Little bit to the left. Double click there, a little bit more to the left. Right, okay. Toll allow table. I tend to like just using the toll deny, and I don't bother with the toll allow. We just complicate our lives by deny and allow. And there's also 704 is your wildcard. You can use wildcards in there. I don't see any reason why. I just use the deny table. It works. I don't need to go further. Right? Sorry?
Easier.
It's easier, yes. Okay, so we're in the toll deny table now. What do you think is the first thing we need to deny? 00. Why 00? Anyone? International. So 00. Where are we going to deny 002? Do you remember in 701 we put our A, B, C, D, E? As you can see, it doesn't give us A here. A is always open. And you'll notice it doesn't give us H on the end as well, because H is always blocked. Okay. So we got 00 in there. B means no, means it's not barred in that class. Do we leave it as no? Do we change it to yes? C, do we leave it on no or use it as yes? Yes. Why?
Buy international and
You can find overseas, but
I said C, I'm only barring cell phones.
But you can find Pakistan.
And they seem to be happy with it. So I'll buy him for cell phones, but he can phone anywhere he wants. Obviously, if I'm buying him for cells, I'm looking at cost here, and an international call is more expensive than a cellular call. So it's quite obvious if I'm buying him for something, international, I definitely don't want him to dial. So generally, 00 will go across the range to everything as no. I mean as yes, sorry.
That's when you start using the allow table, because you get, especially in South Africa, you get a situation where they're not allowed to phone international calls, but they need to phone Botswana and
Yes.
Zimbabwe and
Sub-Saharan Africa, they're allowed to phone. Yeah. Okay, but in my experience, most of the time, if the guy can't phone international, we don't phone international. And clients are somewhat naive to the fact that, no, he's not allowed to make international calls. He needs to phone Botswana, so leave him open. Don't argue too much with clients.
Just technically, if I go to my allow table and I put in a specific CLI,
Yes.
it will only allow that CLI.
Yes.
Okay.
You can actually,
Fine from all international calls, but allow him to phone one number.
you can actually deny 083 here.
What is it?
Digits. You can deny 083 here, which means I will not be able to make any MTN calls. And I can go to the allow table and put my whole cell number in there.
Will allow you.
If you dial my cell, it'll allow it out, but any other 083 numbers it'll deny. Okay. As I said, it gets complicated. Then you can go into your wild characters and use the star and say 08 star, deny. Then you can go there and tell the star that 1, 2 is no, and 3 is yes. So it'll only allow MTN numbers and it won't allow the others, and so on. But as I said, you're just going to complicate yourself. Keep it simple.
What I do want you to cover is allowing an extension that's totally barred to have speed downs, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's right. I'll tell you how I do that. Everyone might have their own ways of doing it. I do it that way. Okay. All right. So we said B was going to be denied for international. Are we happy that that's going to happen there? Okay. And we said we're going to use C to deny cell phones. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, it's gone actually complicated on the cellular side now. Yeah, and it's all over the show as well now.
Surely to do cell phones, you need to do 08 star under the wild cards rather than listing all the different extensions of cell phones.
Yeah.
You also get 061, all these new ones. There's new ones.
Yeah.
Look, on the 08
But-
you have to do 3 digits, but on the 06, there's only 6, all 06s are cell.
Yeah, but like you said, 06, we know all the 06s are cells at the moment.
Yeah, but you have to do like 5 lines to do all the 08s. Why not just go 08?
As I said, there's many ways of doing it.
So if you go in,
You obviously like using the wild characters, so.
I've never used it before at all, but I just assume that there would be less effort.
But from a perspective of actually seeing what's happening, if I can open one page and look at my barring table, as opposed to opening 3, just simplifies things. And you may like it. And I've standardized this routine to all of my guys. Because whether I go to the client or one of my other techs go to the client, it's a standard. I'm not going to go there and say, but hold on. It's not bad. Why? Oh, it is bad. Why is it working? Meanwhile, some other oak has gone and put a allow in, or he's put a wild character in somewhere. Yes, I know it's 3 lines as opposed to 1 line, but it's all on one menu.
There is another option.
I mean, okay, if you did 08 star there, for instance, right? Yeah, go to the wild character. Okay, now I still have to go here and say yes, no, yes, no. Time-wise, I would have been done, you would have still been typing.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Okay,
Because
so
the program, the idea is always to do the least number of steps.
least number of steps to achieve your goal.
Doing it 6 billion times.
Yes,
And it takes 5 seconds, it's 6 billion times 5.
yeah. Okay, so as I said, up to you, whichever route you want to go. But that's the way I like doing it. And as I said, I'm not forcing my route down on you. Therefore, I said, if you've got a suggestion, let's look at it, and we can, after that, decide whichever way you want to go. But I prefer to standardize on one and stick to it.
so if you put in 08 star on the 12 star X,
Yeah, 08X.
08X,
Go to the wildcard again. You can actually go to it on top. See, you got X, Y, and Z.
okay.
So you can use 08X or 08Y or 08Z and then adjust it
Drop
into.
down for yes or no, so if you want to allow 080, then you just drop down and say
Yes.
or no, whatever.
Okay.
We'll exclude that.
And 08 triple X will deny the phone numbers.
Yeah, you can actually put multiple X's in. But then how do you distinguish which is your,
It will just follow the first
Yeah.
one anyway.
No, I'm saying if you put 08 triple X, it will deny the phone number.
no, the pawn numbers are still allowed there because you got the 08 in the front. You must just put XXX. Okay, so, oh, you changed, you changed all the figures in here, did I? 4. 06 and 07. There is no other numbers on 07 at the moment other than cellular, am I correct? Huh? No, there's new numbers popping up every day, that's why I'm asking, I'm not sure. Yeah, but those are generally landline and it's the VoIP guys. It's actually Telkom is also using ON. No. Okay.
You want to allow the guy to find 086
Okay.
numbers.
So,
Cell phone numbers, which is all that.
have we covered cellular now, guys?
You allow 080.
What's the 87?
There is all these. And then you go 9X, or say, allowing those to 07.
Okay. Is that correct? Everyone in agreement with that?
B needs to be no as well, I guess.
Right. Does everyone agree with that now? Anyone disagree? Talk now. Okay. Save it.
I think we're going to do the speed out.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back and do the speed dial as one complete section. You just have to put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. Okay. Do you do it the same way I do it then? I put it in a class, and I put it on PIN codes, for instance, and then I just go into the allow table, the deny table. I put 1, 2, 0 in it, in a specific class, and then it allows the speed dial, but it doesn't allow you to dial anything else. So it's the same way. Okay. Right, so now we've set it up. How do we now activate it on particular extensions?
Either by your code or your extension.
Okay, we're doing it only on the extension for now.
301.
Okay, 301. Yeah, there you. Oh, that was 300. One more below. Okay, so now, does everyone understand what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means?
Ring groups. Ring plans.
Not, yeah, ring plans, or your dial plans, or whatever you want to call it. Day service, night service, lunch, holiday, whatever. Okay, there's 6 classes on a officer system. So there's 6 different modes the system can be in. The most common being day mode, which is the normal operating mode of the system, and night mode. That's 99% of your clients has got it that way. They've got 2 modes set, day mode and night mode, and that's it. Okay? But you can put up to 6 different modes on. Certain clients may have day, lunch, night, holiday, whatever the case may be. Okay, so we are saying that in day mode, the guys can't phone international at all from extension 202. So what class of service do you think he goes into? 3. Okay, so put him into 3. And he's a sales oak, so I'm going to assume his boss is going to be kind of annoyed at him when he says, I didn't make my sales because I couldn't phone anyone on their cell phones. Okay, 2. 2 is barring international only. 3 is barring international and cellular. That's what we set up. Remember, you can do a group if you want that denies cellular and, denies international but allows cellular, or vice versa. You can do it any way you want.
Sometimes you get a special request. They want a phone that everybody must still reach them, but no incoming or outgoing calls.
Everyone must still be able to reach them
Internally.
internally. But oh, you mean no calls from the outside?
Yeah, in other words, you can't from the switchboard make a phone call and transfer it to them.
Yes, okay.
Not allowed that as well.
Yeah. Okay. And let's say extension 203 is not allowed to phone international and cell phones. Okay. Now remember, because we've got different classes of service here, you got day, and let's look at 2 for now. 1 is day and 2 is night. We can now tell the system that if the system is in night service, we don't want extension 204, which is in the factory, to be able to make any calls at all at night. Should be able to receive calls, but there should be no one there, so we don't want him to make calls. So we put him into 8. Okay. But now, during the day, he can make any calls he wants. So let's buy him for international and cell during the day as well. because that's a phone in the factory. There should be no reason why they would need to phone anyone else out of that. Okay? So are we happy that that will work? Are we happy? Okay, but now I'm saying I have got a night service. And at night, if they have an emergency, that guy is not going to be able to phone anyone.
Emergency numbers.
No, he's barred for 8 at night there on 204. He cannot phone anyone. He can only phone internally. And unless somebody else is in the company that can help him, he's screwed there. Fire breaks out, he can't even phone for help.
You must give him access to
Give him access to?
only dial speed outs.
That's an option. We can say, okay, let's allow him speed dials and let's put 10,111 into the speed dial list. So at least he can phone for assistance. Put his manager's number into the speed dial. Put the security company into the speed dial. So how do we do that? Sorry, 705. Okay, 705? Down, sorry.
Just save it.
Oh yeah, you haven't saved. Have you saved? Okay, 705. There. System speed dials. Okay. Anyone know how to do a speed dial?
So, the 0 first,
Put a 0 first, okay? Why are we putting a 0 in there?
pick up line.
To pick up a trunk, okay? And let's go for 10,111 flying squad. Okay, and this being South Africa, we know they're going to get there tomorrow night, so I need to phone somebody else that's going to react a little bit quicker than they are. So let's put let's put my manager's number in there, and let's say his number is his number is 08 whatever. Okay, I think we understand even if you've got a digit extra. Okay, and whatever his name is. Okay, so you save that.
His name is Boss.
So you happy now? Your problem is solved.
No, not yet.
Why?
That's,
You said I must put speed dials in for him. I've done that.
but I haven't given any access to use it.
Oh, you need access to use it. How do we do that? Speed dials are available to everyone on the system. Must be a code to press. Why a code?
You can get to the speed dial, just press zeros and give you just your normal ring to dial out.
No, you dial 16 followed by the location number for speed dials. So he should be able to pick up his phone, dial 16500 and get an automated message saying we are on strike now, so please call back when we are available.
You have to go there and numbers and change it to speed dials accepted.
Sorry?
You have to go and change it to speed dials accepted.
Where do we do that?
Number. On the print code, it's a 7071.
No, PIN codes, in speed dials are 605.
There's an option on 701 as well.
Mm. Okay, go to 600 for him. One up. No, one up. Okay. 606. No. 607? No, one up. No. Okay. Sorry. 705 speed dial, sorry. Okay, 700. 705 is there, so 706. System speed dial, open that. Is,
That's just the names.
yeah, that's just the names. It was somewhere.
Maybe 701.
Okay, 701.
Scroll down to the bottom there.
Speed. Yes.
It's a speed icon.
Yes. That one. Yeah, I know.
It's there.
Okay, it's there. So you're saying in class 8 where I put him, if I change that to no, I shouldn't have a problem dialing speed dials. Okay. Yes, it should work, but it doesn't. I don't know why. I didn't question why. I just looked at another way around it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new class of service now to allow speed dials out from a barred extension. Okay? So where did we do that before? Under what code? Sorry? 702. Okay, our total deny table. So now we look for a group that we haven't used. We haven't used D, am I correct? So let's use D. So what are we going to bar? Okay, 0, 1, up to 9. Right. And we're going to put yes for D.
All the numbers in South Africa starts with 0, so there's no need to put 1,
and
2,
with
3,
the
4, 5,
zero.
6, 7.
Yeah, I just do it in because you can try to tell telecom services, and you don't know what other new numbers are going to be coming up. So we just put everything in. Yeah, we're future-proofing. But yes, Nick's right. All that we need is that one there, but we'll put everything in just to be on the safe side. Okay. Can he now phone out at night? The speed dials?
No.
Why not?
We changed
It's on a different class of server.
No.
Okay.
Need to change him also to the class of server.
Right. So we left him on 8. We're going to have to change him to what? 4. That's correct. So let's go change his class of service to 4. 301. Up more. There we go. And that was extension 204 at night. 4.
Any particular reason why they switched from letters to numbers?
I have no idea why they did that. No idea. Can't answer that. Actually, no, I probably can. Remember, the Samsung systems were set up with programming from the key set before. And it probably made it easier to punch in a number than push an alphabet. Now that everyone's moved over to PC programming, you might find that they will switch it at some point to alphabets again. Okay. Are we happy now that he's sorted out? Okay. Now remember, you can use that for an extension where they say, I only want this person to make authorized calls, authorized company calls only. So what do we do in that case? We put the same class of service, allow them speed dials, and we put all the authorized numbers into the speed dial list. Does anyone know how many speed dials are allowed on a 7000 series system? Anybody? Who said 5,000? Ah, no, you're way off. 200. Who said 200? Okay. Any other figures? Default it's 200, but it can be changed. Can go up to 950. Anybody want to know how to change it, or you're all happy with the 200 that you got? You want the 950? Okay, anybody know where to change that? Hmm? That's a good question because I'm actually trying to think now again as well. Yeah, it's in the 600 somewhere. Okay, go to 600. Sorry? Changing the speed Ls from 200 to 950. 8, is it 861? Okay, 861, sorry. More down. Right, 861, yeah. A little bit to the left. Yeah, save that. Okay, hold on, before you save it. If you do make a change on a page and you change the page and you haven't saved, it does come up with that. Okay, so you can save your data before carrying on. Okay, so 861 is there. System options. Okay, sorry, here it is. System speed block, 20. Your blocks are in 10. So 20 means there's 200 speed dials at the moment. So you can actually click on that. You can change it to anything between that and 95. So if you want 300 speed dials, you just make that 30. If you want 500, you make that 50. If you want the maximum 950, you make that 95.
And then you go one step up.
Yeah. Okay.
Will they follow in sequence 500?
They start, no, they then change, they actually now start at 50.
From 550.
16050 to 16999.
Yeah, but you can change that if you want to as well.
Not really. Not really. That's your speed dials set.
So can't we change our speed out from 500 to...
You can change the 16 in the front,
Yeah.
but you can't change the number.
I think I did one.
No.
From 500.
Can't change that. You can change the 16, the speed dial code, but not the physical location number. Okay. Right, so now I've got 950 speed dials on that system. Okay, so we've done speed dials, we've done barring, we've done ring groups. Anything else your client wants? No, pin code, sorry. We were busy with pin codes. That's how we fell onto the barring side of things. 707. Up more? No, more up. Yep. Okay, so now, pin codes. Anyone know what's the minimum amount of digits required for a pin code? And maximum?
7 or 8.
I think it's 8. Punch in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see where it stops. 9, 10, 1 again. So it's 10. 10 is your maximum. But I mean, now if I want to make an outgoing call, I'm actually going to dial 21 digits before I get there. So obviously that's going to be a bit of a...
Save money.
Yeah. Okay. So, as I said, you can go anything from 4 being a minimum to 10. So, let's leave it at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Is there any particular class of service that person needs to have? Let's deny that class of service phoning international and cell. So, what class do I put it into? Everyone in agreement? Press save. What extension must that now be associated with? Which extensions need to use pin code and which ones don't? Right. How do we set that up? Because there's multiple ways to do it. Okay, you can do it in 305. Let's go to 305. Yeah, yeah, it's there. Okay, force codes. The extensions I want to use force codes on, drop down one menu for me. Okay, so we just put that as authorized code. So that extension will not be able to dial out unless punching a PIN code in. The way we punch a PIN code in is star, the 4-digit code, which in this case is 1234, 0 for your line, and the number you want to dial. But I've got a problem. I want that extension to be able to use speed dials. And if he wants to make another call, he can use his PIN code. How do I now do that? Anyone? Take him out of where? Make it none there. Okay, let's go to 203 and make it none.
We go to 301.
Okay, let's go to 301.
It's better to do that with your operator because normally they have to test lines.
Okay, so what am I doing now to him? It was extension 203 we were talking about. We made him none on that side. What do we do here now? Put him into class of service 4. Okay, so we put him into class of service 4. No, yeah, that's right. Does everyone agree with that? Why?
Because he can dial the speed dial,
Okay,
nothing else, but he can still use his code to dial out.
exactly. Your authorization code, when you hit that star button and you put your PIN code in, changes the class of service of that extension to whatever your PIN's class of service is.
So that overrides.
That overrides the phone's class of service. Okay. So that extension will be able to make a speed dial call without punching in his PIN, and he'll be able to make an outside call by punching in his PIN. Everyone happy? What else does our client want, people? Come, what's the problems you'll have on site? You guys are dealing with clients every day.
Coffee.
Can't help you there. System doesn't make coffee.
Can you go back to 724, 601, to explain the hunting time and off time?
601. Okay, so station groups. Okay, 601. Station groups. Okay, does somebody want to help him out, please? Come, people, somebody help the man out. I says no takers, but. Okay, yeah, you've got a taker. Yeah.
Client wants it to go from, if switchboard doesn't answer,
Mm-hmm.
send it to the sales group.
Okay.
If the sales group doesn't answer, one of the extensions in the sales group, it must go to that person as a senior person. So it goes to an all-ring group.
Okay.
If nobody answers, it goes to the manager. If the manager's
Okay.
not there, they want that call to transfer to the cell phone.
Okay.
So already got a problem, we saw
Yeah,
all the way
that's
there.
what I was playing all the
Huh?
time.
Okay. I'm just checking if there's anything else because you like kind of made that a bit of a complicating one. Okay. So it rings at the switchboard. Switchboard doesn't answer. It must ring all the extensions in the company.
Well, yeah.
Okay, a group of 4 extensions. Okay. So the ring mode for the switchboard, the call is going to come in. We got the switchboard in there. You're happy. That's the way it must ring.
Yeah.
How long must it ring there before it gets to the other group? 3 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, Colin. Let's go here to overflow time first. Make that 30. I actually think it will accept that without a problem. Okay? Next port. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Let's push it to the 501 group. Let's push it here. Okay. Let's go to the 501 group now, under members. And what? 202, 203, 204. Okay. So let's put those members in there. 202, 203, and 204. Okay. So it must ring all of those at the same time. This group set up correctly, guys? Okay, perfect. On to the top, sequential, change that to unconditional. One more, yeah. Right. Once it rings this group, how long must it ring this group?
10 seconds.
Okay, and then what must it do?
Then it must go to the manager's extension, 205.
205, okay. Can we just use 260 because we don't have a 205 on this one? Okay. Okay, so then we're going to say next spot, put in 260. Huh? You got a 1 backspace, 260. Okay, but our overflow time, you said, sorry, 30 seconds as well.
Oh, 10, yeah, 30 is fine.
Okay, 30 seconds there. Okay. Are we happy that call comes in, it's going to ring to this group? If it's not answered within 30 seconds of this group, it's going to flow to this group. It's going to ring for 30 seconds at this group, and then it's going to go to extension 260. Are we all in happiness with that? Okay, save that. Okay, so now we got a call ringing at extension 260. What did you want it to do then?
Doesn't get answered, forward it out to a cell phone.
Okay, so let's go to 102. Up. I don't know where your mouse is. It's probably on the other screen, yeah. Yeah, there we are back. Okay, here and up. Right. Sorry, I'm a short hook.
Sorry, before you jump there,
Yeah.
you've got overflow time, I understand. What's transfer time for?
Transfer time is if you, Colin, just drop down the group type on the top. Down. Okay, there. Click there. Okay, can you see you got different groups here?
Yeah.
You got a normal group, you got a voicemail group, you got an UCD group. Now, let's say we chose it as a UCD group. And we put a whole lot of extensions in this group. That hunt time is the time it'll hunt from one extension to the next extension in that group. So if I set it for 10 seconds, the call, let's say it's in this group here. The call will ring 202 for 10 seconds. When 202 doesn't answer, it'll jump to 203. It'll ring there for 10 seconds. And then it'll jump to the next one and ring for 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, so, right, let's go out of here. We were going to 102 on top. 1, yes. And 2. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Click it. Again, never.
Right, now go to call forwarding. Click there. Okay. Sorry, we pushed to do 260.
Yeah.
So at 260, click down there. Okay, we got all, busy, no answer, DND, follow me set.
No answer.
Okay, no answer. So go to no answer. Yeah, that one. Now, it has made it. What goes in there? The TS number. Sorry? 0 for a line, yes.
Now you have to put it by.
You are on 263 at the moment.
And
Okay, so
no answer.
TS, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to look at the top menu. See there, all forward, busy forward, no answer forward, do and D forward. So you have to choose the right forward. So which forward did we choose? No answer. So we have to go to the no answer there, yes. What do we put in the TS number? 0, which is your trunk number or station number. Outgoing digits is the cell number or whatever number you want it forwarded to. Okay. Okay, so I've sorted your problem out now. Who's next?
Sorry, they're saying there's a small company, the receptionist's got to go out to do something, so there's no one there.
Yes.
So program a DS button to forward to a mobile phone.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
And set up that forward.
Okay, is everyone happy that this is going to work?
No,
Why?
because
What times?
In, in the station groups. Next 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
What trunks have we set up on the system?
Excuse me?
What trunks have we set up on the system? No, we've. What's the trunks that we've got? We've got analog trunks on there.
No time cut off.
Huh?
Analog.
We've only got analog at this
So
point.
that's going to cut off after 50 seconds.
No, it's actually going to run for 20 minutes now.
It's going to take 10 seconds before.
It's going to take some time before it forwards off, but it's going to hold that call for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, you have to set it for 501.
Because that's the default, it's 20 minutes. Analog trunks do not send a disconnect tone back. So the system never knows when either party is put down on that call. If you had ISDN or SIP, no issues with that. But analog forwarding to analog does not have a disconnect. The system does not know when either party is put down. So it's going to hold that line open for 20 minutes, being the default trunk to trunk time. So what do we have to do?
Changing it 501.
Okay, what do you change it to?
3 minutes for
3 minutes for customers.
Okay, so 3 minutes. I change it to 3 minutes.
And after
But
3
the
minutes,
client's still talking in that period. What happens then?
then I cut off.
Yes, I'm going to have a pissed off client on my hand.
Well, you tell him beforehand.
Exactly. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to explain to the client that, listen, Mr. Client, this is the story. So if you know it's a forwarded call from your company, which you should know, because when the call comes in, it's going to come in with your company number on it. Make the person on the other side aware that this call is going to last for that period of time, get his details rather before it cuts the call, and you've got a pissed off client on your hand. So you can tell the client, you tell me now, how long do you want me to set for? But remember, if you tell me leave it for 20 minutes, that's fine, but 2 of your lines are going to be held for that 20 minutes. Won't necessarily be billed for 20 minutes, but it will be held for that 20 minutes. If you've only got 3 lines on the system, you're screwed.
So the TMS will show it as a 20-minute call.
The TMS will show it as a 20-minute call, but from the Telcom's billing side, they actually do know that call is terminated.
Could this be forwarded to a VoIP extension as well?
Yeah, it can be forwarded to whatever, VoIP, whatever it is. But remember, for VoIP, it would then have to have, no, actually, it can be forwarded to VoIP extension. But if it's forwarded to a VoIP extension, it'll actually work better. Because a VoIP actually knows when the call is terminated, so it'll actually terminate the call. So you don't have to worry about the analog timer then. Okay? So that was all I wanted to explain there. You have to just make sure that you explain to your client about the timer. And don't just set it and walk away, because it's going to hold that call for 20 minutes. You're going to tie up 2 of the lines immediately for 20 minutes. It's 501 or 502. Just go down to 50. More. Ah, you're far off. Go. Gone too far now. Yeah, raise it. Just check 501. I think it's actually 502. Yeah, it's 502. Yeah.
But is it the CRT disconnect time?
Yeah.
I think it's 501.
Is it?
Go up one. Yeah. No, one a little down. Yeah, there. Confirm disconnect, no action. I think it's 7. Yeah. CO time. Oh, CO disconnect time. That one. See, it's defaulted on 20 minutes. And guys, when you're working, especially with the timers, check the brackets. Sometimes it's in milliseconds, sometimes it's in seconds, sometimes it's in minutes. So, you know what, if you're assuming it was seconds, Like this one, it's actually minutes. So just double check the brackets, please.
It is also where you set up the timers for the application as well.
Sorry?
You set the timers for the application and log out time.
Yeah. I hate actually when people do that. Because I'll just go check something quickly, like if I need to see what the IP address is so I can log in from the application. I'll walk from the server room on the other end of the company, get to the switchboard, quickly just log in, check the IP address, okay, lekker, walk all the way back there to realize switchboard is still freaking in. God, walk all the way back there just to log it out. So yeah. But again, today with the guys using PCs more, I don't think anybody really worries about changing that timer. Okay, so are you all happy now that our forward works? Because I'm not. Any reason why you all think I'm not? CO to CO forward on the system is not defaulted on. So you need to actually put that on. You said it is?
You switch it on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, where?
The 210.
210, Colin? Okay, talk Colin through it.
I think it's just up
Now down to, oh sorry, yeah, it's 2 here. Now you've gone past it now. Up more. More up. Yeah, 2. No, one more down. Yeah, yeah. One more down. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. Okay, 210. Not 210.